What's good, YouTube? It's John here. I'm going to give you guys a deck profile on my Gravekeeper's deck. There are proxies in here. I'm sorry. I'm waiting on cards in the mail, and then other cards that I have in here that I don't have are in other decks at the moment. It's spread around the house, and I'm at work right now, early, so I'm just going to do this as fast as I can. This is a totally different version of Gravekeepers. I feel like it's more consistent, it's more controlling, it's faster, definitely, which is the problem with Gravekeepers, and this can keep board presence and recycle monsters a lot faster and pull them out of the deck a lot faster and just gives you options to OTK an opponent. I'm not saying it's going to be able to. I'm just saying it's getting close to that point where I can start to OTK my opponents with this. But yeah, anyway, we'll just go on with the list. You have your 3 Spy, 3 Descendant. This version you have to play 3 Descendant just because you abuse him so much, and the effect, it allows you to +1 almost every single time you combo with another card. So yeah, you just have to play it. 2 Commandant. Sometimes I'm thinking about bumping it up to 3. I just don't have the room for it right now. And you can abuse him for his attack power if he's dead in your hand, for the effect of getting Necker Valley. Really, like, this version, I'm trying to make it where there are no dead cards in your hand, no matter how many of them you play. So yeah, 2 Descendant. Just, I like 2 Descendant more than I like anything else. 1 Assailant, 1 Heretic, 1 Shaman. I can't find my German one anywhere. It's lost. I guess that sucks. Shaman's good against anything that relies on grave for effects, so you just have to play it. 2 Malefic Cyberends, and then 1 Malefic Stardust. I'm thinking about upping this to 2 and dropping that to 1, and then siding the second one. It just depends on how well they do when I play test, but I'm working on another version that kind of abuses Stardust a little bit more. So yeah. 2 Maxi for consistency, and then 1 Ryo. The other version I'm working on abuses the crap out of Ryo as well. It pulls it out of the deck and just lets it sit there with Necker Valleys and back row, but it's a work in progress. That's it for your monsters. Spells. 3 Necker Valley. This is the new thing I'm starting. Hopefully this will catch on with a bunch of other people. 3 Magical Dimensions. I'll just explain what it does real quick. While you control, like, you have to have a face-up spellcaster, and then you can target any monster you have. As long as you have a face-up spellcaster, you can target Ryo if you want to, even though he's Thunder. But you tribute the monster you targeted, special summon 1 spellcaster from your hand, and then you can blow up a card or a monster on your opponent's side of the field. It doesn't target the monster that you're destroying. It just destroys 1 monster on their field. So that helps a lot. Because a lot of effects now just can't be targeted by. But this doesn't target. It just kills it. That's what I'm saying. It abuses the crap out of Recruiter. Just because if you have a Recruiter in hand, or just anything in hand, and a Recruiter on board, and you have this, so you target your Recruiter, blow that up, special summon a spellcaster from your hand, which is going to be a Gravekeeper usually. And if you have another Recruiter in hand, it's even better. Kill a card on their side of the field, you get Recruiter's effect to add to the hand. So you +1 off of 1. It's a 2-card combo, but you +1 off of it. Because that's a 1-for-1, and this searches itself out. So it just replaces. Like, it's a good combo. It gives you speed. It allows you to open up the board for OTKs, things like that. So it's fun. 3 Dress over... I don't like Lance in Gravekeepers just because the fact Dress does the exact same thing. You just don't lose as much attack, and you get to keep your Necker Valley boost, because Necker Valley is a world effect, or yeah, it would be considered a world effect. But if you played Lance, you lose your boost from from Necker Valley, and then you lose the 800. So in reality, you lose 1300. Where this, it only is it can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects, and it loses 600 attack. So Necker Valley doesn't target, and it doesn't destroy. So you still get the 500 boost from that. So in reality, you're only losing 100 attack points in the long run. So, like, If you had Recruiter, he'd be at 11 with the Necro Valley on the field. Like, it's good. And then at the same time, it's not a big deal if you play it on your opponents as well. You can still attack into things like that. Use it during the damage step. I find it a lot more useful this way. Um, actually, I think it would be a lot more because like you get your boost and then they lose 600. So then in reality, they're losing 1300 instead of or 1100 instead of you losing 100. So like it just works both ways. Um, it just depends on how you think about it. But then you have 2 duality for consistency. I can't find mine anywhere. I have like 100 of them somewhere. Swear. 1 steely or steel. Um, you don't run only Gravekeepers, so that becomes a dead card if you draw a second one. But other than that, it's good. It's a +1 automatically. It recycles your Gravekeepers, and then 1 Regeki. I don't play Book of Moon. I don't think like the only thing that's good against right now is Burning Abyss, and I would rather play other cards over that for against Burning Abyss. So I mean, like the only thing you're gonna hit is Tour Guide, like just the effective Tour Guide, and that's it. So it kind of sucks. Traps, 2 Magician Circle. For those of you who don't know what it does, when a spellcaster declares an attack, it doesn't matter whose it is. Each player special summons 1 spellcaster type monster with 2,000 attack or less from their deck into attack position. This allows you to open up OTKs as well. It combos wonderfully with your magical dimension because if you attack and then play this, search out another monster, attack with that one, and then you can go ahead and magical dimension another one, and then you can do easy large amounts of damage, but it's just small amounts at a big scale. It's combo material. It works well. It gives you board presence. It allows you to set up for exceeds and things like that on the main phase 2, if anything. I've actually been thinking about doing something else with this, but I do like it right now. 2 Rite of Spirit. Same thing, pretty much. Just recycles your Gravekeepers that are engraved. I don't think I'm going to change that. I like it more than I like the Magician's Circle. Just because the fact you attack and you do this, and then you can get more Gravekeeper effects off too. Like, it doesn't really matter. Like, the other one pulls from deck, this pulls from grave. I think it's very well rounded. 2 Trap Stun, they're in another deck, that's why I don't have them with me. But Trap Stun just stalls your opponent out for a turn so you can do bigger pushes. Sure, when you do Trap Stun, you can't do Magician Circle or Rite of Spirit, but at the same time, you can still do your Magical Dimension, and it's not like it matters. You're just stalling your opponent for turns or making them do what you want to do. That's like the whole point of this deck, is to have to make your opponent think how to get around things and making it almost impossible for her to do it. 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, and then 1 Vanity's Emptiness. You have to. You just have to. That's it for the deck profile as I throw cards on the ground. I'm not going to show you an extra deck. It's just generic rank 4s. It's not a big deal. But let me know what you guys think. Rate, comment, subscribe. Share the video if you think someone's going to enjoy working on something different with Gravekeepers. Like I said, I'm going to have another version of GKs coming up later on. It'll be fun. It'll be consistent, hopefully. And it's going to use the crap out of Vario and Malefics. So, until next time, everyone have fun. Peace.